Hello, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm the owner of the TrustIsYou.com and a podcast called Stop Paying Capital Gains Now with an exclamation mark. My goal is to teach as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors how they can save federal taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, it's copywritten, it's in the IRS Tax Code 643B as in Bravo. This comes from England, way back when King Henry VIII, the famous king for chopping off his wives' heads, started the Church of England so he could divorce his wives. It's contract law from England that came to the colonies while we were still a colony of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023, before we were a country. Now, our current tax code went into effect February of 1913, 110 years ago, and the very rich families of that time, or the Baron families of that time, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys, made sure this was in the IRS Tax Code 643B so they could save taxes. This is not your mom and dad's trust. 97% of the trusts out there are what's called a family trust. What my mom and dad had, what Susie Orman talks about on TV, what CPAs talk about, and financial planners talk about. The only thing a family trust does is avoid going through probate. That's okay. That's a good thing to do. But with the Spendthrift Trust, the 4 very important ways it's going to save taxes. Please write this down for save you money. Number 1, certain federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. There's the business trust, and then there's the beneficial trust, and I'll explain the differences. Number 2, it's going to keep your information private. If you have an LLC or an S Corp, I can go out online to the Secretary of State website or the Corporation Commission and find out all the information about your LLC or S Corp. There's a reason why 40% of all LLCs get sued every year. Number 3, going along with that, with the Spendthrift Trust, the old adage from Nelson Rockefeller, own nothing, control everything. Everything's inside the trust, and when they try to sue me, I'm useless. I'm worth nothing. That lawsuit becomes frivolous. It saves my clients thousands of dollars every year. And number 4, if you're not aware of the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act from the Treasury Department, you're shielded from having to do that paperwork with the Benson Financial Spendthrift Trust. Now, today's conversation is going to be about a husband and wife in California who, I'm going to share my screen, who she is a principal and he has his own mechanic shop. They filed jointly. His mechanic shop is in an LLC. They together, they make about $195,000 a year, and they're at 24% tax rate, federal tax rates. This is not state of California taxes just yet. They're $195,000 federal tax rates, and so they will be paying about $33,600 per year in federal taxes. I got this information from NerdWallet, the free website out there. So this is where my numbers are coming from. I can't work with the wife, with her being a school principal. She is a W-2 employee. The husband, who is a business owner or 1099 income earner, we are taking his auto body shop out of the LLC that is affecting their personal income taxes and putting it under a new EIN, or employee identification number, and it's going to file a 1041 tax return. They will still file a 1040 tax return because of her W-2 income. We are going to drop their federal tax rate from 24% down to 22%, from $33,600 down to $10,363. That is over $20,985 savings in the first year alone. Now, with the husband in the new EIN number, his taxes on that would be $11,515 on his auto body shop. I can say he will legally save at least 90% on his federal taxes. Many of my clients are saving between 90% to 95% on their federal taxes. In 2022, I personally saved 92% on my 3 online businesses. Yes, I only paid 8%. So 90% is $10,363 in savings on his auto body shop. $10,363 plus the $20,985 we're saving from 24% down to 22% in 1 year is going to be $31,348 savings for them. This is the first year. This is all based on 2023 taxes. This is the first year. They'll save that in the second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Now that $31,348 is their money. Do they want to hire another person to work in the auto body shop? Do they want to open a second location? Do they want to pay off their mortgage? Do they want to buy a new car? Do they want to give to a charity? Do they want to help a child pay off their student loans? Do they want to start a charity? It's the $31,348 is their money. This is going to keep going year to year, generation after generation. Now, I also told you they're in California. So with California state income taxes, again, I'm getting this information from NerdWallet, they will save an extra $5,930 on his business, his auto body shop business. Again, I'm not touching her principal salary, just his business. So altogether in California, state income taxes and federal income taxes, the family will save $37,278. That's a lot of money. So that's some people's yearly income. Now, I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save as much as they can in federal taxes. I go live next time, 4 p.m. East Coast time on February 13th on Zoom to do a brand new presentation with all this information. I also go live Monday evening, 8 p.m. East Coast time on Zoom to do a Q&A because so many people have never heard of the of the Spendthrift Trust. It is legal, it is copywritten, it's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. The law firm I work on behalf of has copyright on the Benson Financial Trust for the last 75 years. Robert Benson was a Harvard law professor who wrote the Benson Financial Trust. In 75 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. One trust was examined in 2018 by a senior IRS agent. Yes, he did take 3 hours to look things over. He signed off on it. There's a reason why the law firm can give you a certification saying if you're ever questioned by the IRS, they will defend you free of charge. I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save as much money in federal taxes. Today was all about the business Spendthrift Trust. The beneficial Spendthrift Trust is for investors. U.S. investors will save the following taxes year after year, generation after generation. You will no longer pay profits on either short-term capital gains that are a year or less, or long-term capital gains that are a year or more. You will no longer pay interest income. That is, if you're a passive investor, you're doing creative financing, seller financing, subject to the Burr strategy. I have notes where I'm the paper on the house, or if you're doing forex investing. Forex investors, you get taxed twice, capital gains and interest income. You will no longer pay dividend income if you're in the stock market. If you are doing commodities trading, futures trading, options trading. Options traders, listen up. You get taxed 40% for profits for a year or less, or 60% for profits for a year or more. You need the Spendthrift Trust. Rental income. If you have a short-term rental, Airbnb, vacation rentals, or traveling nurses, or long-term rental. If you have 5 doors, 20 doors, 30 doors, commercial property, multifamily, or apartment investing. Yes, you can take depreciation. Yes, you can do the cost averaging, but you will still save rental income, keep your information private, and pay no judgments in case someone tries to sue you. You will keep liability on those houses or on the apartment building, but you don't need an umbrella policy. And then royalty income. If you are an actor, a writer, a songwriter, entertainer, if you're in the NFT world, if you have patents, this is copyrighted. I don't pay taxes on being paid for selling Spendthrift Trust. I'm inviting everybody, U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me so I can show them how much money they could be saving per year. This couple I showed you today, who are in California, with saving federal income taxes and state income taxes, they will save over $37,278 and $2,023. That's an amazing amount. Take care. Have a beautiful day.